Have you ever wondered why Robots.txt is a crucial part of SEO strategy? Well, let's dive into it. Robots.txt, a seemingly innocuous little file, holds immense power when it comes to the world of search engine optimization, or SEO. Let's start with the basics, shall we? Robots.txt is essentially a text file that webmasters create to instruct web robots, such as search engine bots, how to crawl pages on a website. It's like a roadmap, guiding these bots on where they can and cannot go. This control over what gets crawled and indexed by search engines has a direct impact on a website's visibility and search results. Now you might be wondering, why is it so important to control which parts of your website get indexed? Here's why. Not all parts of your website are created equal. Some sections might be under construction, or contain sensitive information, or simply be irrelevant for users. By using Robots.txt to prevent search engine bots from indexing these parts, you ensure that only useful and relevant content is visible in search results, thereby enhancing user experience. But that's not all. Robots.txt also plays a critical role in preventing the overloading of your servers. Imagine thousands of search engine bots trying to crawl your website at the same time. It's like a crowd of people trying to get through a single door. Chaos. By limiting the areas that these bots can access, Robots.txt helps manage server load, preventing crashes and ensuring a smoother user experience. Lastly, a well-implemented Robots.txt file can potentially improve your site ranking. By focusing the bot's attention on your high-quality content, you increase the chances of this content being ranked higher in search results. It's like putting your best foot forward, making sure that the best parts of your website get the spotlight they deserve. So, understanding and properly implementing Robots.txt is a game-changer in your SEO strategy. By controlling what gets indexed, managing server load, and improving site ranking, Robots.txt can significantly enhance your website's performance and visibility. And in the world of SEO, that can make all the difference. But first, what exactly is Robots.txt? It's a question that's been on many minds, and the answer is simple, yet significant. Robots.txt is a small but mighty text file that webmasters create to instruct web robots, often known as search engine bots, on how to crawl and index pages on their website. It's like a roadmap, guiding bots on their journey through your site. This little file is part of something much bigger, the Robots Exclusion Protocol, or REP for short. The REP is a group of web standards that regulate how robots crawl the web, access, and index content. It's a set of rules that these bots follow, ensuring that the right information is found and made accessible to users worldwide. So, in a nutshell, Robots.txt is your website's guide for search engine bots, pointing them to the information you want them to find. Now, how do we create a Robots.txt file? Let's dive right into it. The creation of a Robots.txt file is straightforward. It's a simple text file, but it follows specific syntax and rules. First, open a blank document in your text editor of choice. This could be Notepad, TextEdit, or any other plain text editor. Now, the syntax. The Robots.txt file contains two key directives, user agent and disallow. User agent is where you specify the web crawler that you're giving instructions to. For example, if you want to give instructions to all web crawlers, you can simply put an asterisk, which is a wildcard symbol that represents all web crawlers. Next, the disallow directive. This is where you tell the web crawlers which parts of your site to avoid. If you want to prevent a web crawler from accessing a specific page, you would use /pagename after disallow. If you want to block the entire site, you would just use a /. So a Robots.txt file could look something like this: user agent, asterisk, disallow, /secret page. This file tells all web crawlers not to access the page titled secret page, but remember, the Robots.txt file is like a gentle request. It doesn't guarantee that all web crawlers will respect the instructions. Now, where do you put this file? The Robots.txt file must be placed in your site's top-level directory, also known as the root directory. This is because web crawlers look for this file in the first part of the site's URL. If it's placed in a subdirectory, it might not be found. So, to recap, create a plain text file, use the user agent and disallow directives to specify which web crawlers can access what, and place the file in your site's root directory. With these steps, you can create a basic Robots.txt file for your website. Once you have your Robots.txt file, how do you implement it? Well, the process is pretty straightforward. The first step is to upload the robots.txt file to the root directory of your site. This location is crucial because search engine bots look for this file in the root directory when they first land on your site. The root directory is the highest level in your site's hierarchy, typically where your homepage resides. You can upload the file using an FTP client or through your web host's file manager. After uploading, it's essential to verify that your robots.txt file is in the correct location and is accessible. You can do this by typing your website's URL into a web browser, followed by robots.txt. For example, www.yourwebsite.com/robots.txt. If your robots.txt file appears, it's in the right place. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if my robots.txt file is working as intended? That's where Google's Robots.txt tester comes in handy. This tool, available in Google Search Console, allows you to test and check if your robots.txt file blocks or allows certain URLs. It's an easy way to ensure your directives are functioning correctly. While implementing your robots.txt file, there are a few common mistakes to watch out for. One is using comments in the file. Although comments can be handy for your reference, bots don't read them, so avoid relying on them to convey crucial information. Another common pitfall is using the disallow per inch directive carelessly. This directive blocks all bots from crawling your site, so use it wisely. Lastly, remember that the robots.txt file is publicly accessible. It means any information you include in it is visible to anyone who knows where to look. Therefore, it's not a place to hide sensitive information or your site's structure. Properly implementing your robots.txt file ensures that search engine bots can accurately crawl and index your site. So take your time, do it right, and you'll be well on your way to a more optimized website. Let's recap the key points about robots.txt we've covered so far. Firstly, we've explored the critical role of robots.txt in search engine optimization, or SEO. It's essentially a map for search engine bots, guiding them through your website's content. By setting instructions in the robots.txt file, you can control which parts of your site you want bots to crawl and index, and which parts you'd prefer to keep off the radar. Robots.txt plays a significant role in your website's visibility on search engine results pages. By allowing search engine bots to focus on your most important pages, you can optimize the use of your crawl budget, which is the number of pages a search engine bot can and wants to crawl. Next, we delved into the creation of a robots.txt file. It's a simple process, really. The file is just a plain text file that resides in the root directory of your site. It's important to remember that the syntax and directives used in the file must be precise to avoid any misinterpretation by the bots. We then moved on to implementing the robots.txt file. Uploading this file to your website's root directory is straightforward, but be sure to verify it through Google's Search Console. This can help you avoid any potential errors and ensure that your instructions to the bots are clear and accurate. We also touched on the need to periodically review and update your robots.txt file. As your website evolves, so should your robots.txt file. It's crucial to keep it up to date to reflect the changes in your website's structure and content. Remember, a well-configured robots.txt file is a valuable tool in your SEO arsenal. Use it wisely.